In the realm of horror cinema, one notorious franchise reigns supreme. Prepare to immerse yourself in the chilling world of Jason Voorhees, a masked killer who became a horror legend. Join us as we explore the evolution of this beloved slasher series through the decades. Let's get started. Our story begins at Camp Crystal Lake, a once thriving summer getaway. But beneath its idyllic exterior lies a tragic past 4 decades ago. A young boy named Jason Voorhees lost his life under the watch of negligent camp counselors. Bullied and neglected, Jason met a tragic end, drowning in the Camp Crystal Lake waters. The camp's owners, fearing bad publicity, closed its doors soon after. But little did they know, Jason's tale was far from over. Years later, a remorseful mother, Pamela Voorhees, blamed the counselors for Jason's demise. Seeking vengeance, she embarked on a killing spree, terrorizing anyone who dared to reopen the camp.
It'll be easier for you than it was for Jason.
Kill her, Mommy. Kill her.
Mystery surrounded these killings, with whispers of the Camp Crystal Lake curse. Pamela's reign of terror came to an end when courageous counselor Alice Hardy managed to decapitate her, bringing temporary peace to the area. But little did she know, Pamela's sin was still lurking in the shadows. With his mother gone, Jason emerged from hiding, transformed into a monstrous figure, driven by an insatiable thirst for blood. The legend of Jason Voorhees, the iconic hockey mask-wearing, machete-wielding slasher, was born. For decades, Jason haunted Camp Crystal Lake and surrounding areas, leaving a trail of terror in his wake. Countless victims fell victim to his relentless pursuit, cementing his name as one of horror's most notorious villains.
Help! Willie! Willie!
The success of the original Friday the 13th film sparked a never-ending nightmare as the series evolved with each subsequent installment, offering more creative kills, unexpected twists, and an iconic villain. It all began in 1980 when the mysterious Camp Crystal Lake first opened its gates to unsuspecting campers. The original Friday the 13th movie introduced us to a group of counselors who found themselves stalked and brutally murdered by an unknown assailant. Little did anyone know that this film would set the stage for an entire horror franchise.
Somebody there.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing around.
It wasn't until the second installment, Friday the 13th Part 2, that Jason Voorhees himself took center stage. Armed with a hockey mask and an insatiable bloodlust, Jason became one of the most feared and recognizable horror icons of all time. The subsequent sequels, from Part 3 to Jason Takes Manhattan, showcased his relentless pursuit of victims and pushed the franchise into increasingly bizarre territory.
Hey, listen, no hard feelings, man, okay?
By the 1990s, the Friday the 13th series underwent a major transformation. With Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, the filmmakers tried to reinvent the franchise by delving into Jason's supernatural origins. However, this installment's polarizing reception led to a reboot of sorts. Jason X transported the masked killer into space, providing a fresh and sci-fi twist to the franchise. Finally, Jason faced off against Freddy Krueger in the long-awaited crossover of Freddy vs. Jason.
Ready for your thoughts, Chief. Oh, scary.
After a few years of dormancy, in 2009, Friday the 13th was brought back to the big screen with a modernized reboot. This version harked back to the original darker tone, reigniting the franchise's popularity. Unfortunately, plans for sequels and spin-offs were put on hold due to legal disputes, leaving fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter in Jason's blood-soaked legacy. Critics and fans alike marveled at the franchise's ability to reinvent itself, introducing new settings, storylines, and even supernatural elements while keeping the essence of the beloved slasher genre.
People go missing around here, they're gone for good.
His name was Jason. He was my son. Oh my God. And today is his birthday.
You have this iconic character, Jason Voorhees, and it was a great jumping off point for us to take this character and think of a way to reintroduce him to a new audience and the old audience.
When you decide to do a Friday the 13th movie, one of the first decisions you have to make is he supernatural or isn't he? And if he's not supernatural, and he's always appearing in places, you have to root that in reality in some way. And we felt that the easiest way to do that was that there are tunnels under this camp, and that's how things happen.
I think people latch on to the Jason character so much. He's become such an iconic horror character because he's essentially a victim. And all of us can relate to what happened to him, whether, you were teased or picked on in school, and he gets his revenge, which you shouldn't do the way that Jason does.
It's all backstory, because really what you do when you do a movie like this is you say, what is it about the mythology that makes people want to make it and watch it over and over and over again?
Originally, him drowning because people were making out. It was a sexual act, so the mother flips out.
They should have been watching him every minute.
Boom! I believe that head fucking just rolled.
Then the mother gets killed, he sees it, so he blames it on sex.
And act.
Oh, God.
It's authentic to who Jason is and the person he is and the character that's been created for the past 30 years.
My character, some other characters, I think we do things that he just sees red. And when he sees red, Jason is, slashing some throats.
The script is so good, it makes Jason smart. And that scares the shit out of me as a fan. I can't wait to play. Like, wait. That guy just set them up to, holy shit. Oh, I can't wait.
He's using your friend as bait. He wants us to go out there.
I remember Drew, Michael, and myself sitting around and saying, does he walk or run? Does he walk? And we'd go back and forth. And once you decide that Jason runs, and once you decide that Jason is a hunter, and he's not an idiot who can't do anything and he's living off the land, he is a physically fit specimen. There was a specific body type that we wanted.
We're making him more nimble. Oh, gosh. You know, he's built. In fact, there's a torso over here. This is one of the skins, unpainted. He's basically kind of sinewy, thin. He's going to have scars on him. We're going to utilize a lot of Derek's form. It's a very thin piece, so it'll move real freely whenever Derek moves and pushes his chest out, hunches his back. It'll translate through this really nicely.
If I flex my abs, you can see it. So when you get to breathing, and it looks a little weird and natural depending upon, you know, what you do with it.
This is a maquette. So this is basically that character right there. Like, this was a very early design idea for the bagged head look. When he has his this kind of cloth hooded look, kind of loosely based on part 2. And instead of just the potato sack, Tim came up with a really cool wrap idea after talking with Marcus and figuring out a design. It's something a little artsy design, but kind of haphazardly put together as well. For most days, when he has his signature mask look, which is right here, this is what Derek will look like. That'll be his mask look. It's a little different. I just took the elements that I liked and put them together and re-sculpted it from scratch, and then took the sculpture and molded it, made a stone copy, and polished it and sanded it even more. The sack is only seen for a few scenes, I think the first 5 or 6 kills. Then Jason gets rid of that for the hockey mask. Poor Donnie. We'll go visit Donnie inside. He's sitting on a table right now. Okay, so here's a young man, Donnie, the Donnie character. Yeah, this is how he gets it. He finds his little toy, the hockey mask, and Jason gives him the old grab him by the head, and he then takes the mask off, drops the head, so Donnie's head will take a tumble, but that's Donnie.
The original mask scene had Jason coming down the stairs with 2 cans of kerosene and discovering Donnie with that mask, that hockey mask on his face. And it felt to us that there was no build-up to it. No suspense, really. It's just a matter of waiting for that kill. And we wanted that one to feel different, so that's why we went back and spent a whole day reshooting it. So what you're gonna watch now is the original scene as it was intended.
Set. Okay, ready and action.
No, you don't need that, man.
And there you have it, a riveting journey through the history of Jason Voorhees and the Friday the 13th movies. From its humble beginnings to its monumental success, this franchise has captured the hearts and terrified the souls of horror enthusiasts worldwide. Whether you prefer the classic slasher films or the more outlandish chapters, it's undeniable that Friday the 13th has forever shaped the landscape of horror cinema. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling exploration. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating video histories.